Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Ajas. In this video, we are going to build an intelligent medical assistant using AI, which would be basically used by the doctors to understand their patient's history, what were their symptoms, what medications were given. So that too in a single paragraph. Usually today's softwares comes in more of like a form structure where you need to enter the data in each field like the date, medications, symptoms, so on and so forth. By using power of LLMs, we can use that data and summarize that for easy understanding for the doctors. That's where this AI medical assistant comes into the picture. What it does basically, it summarizes patient histories. It also provides a relevant insight for doctors to make quick decisions. If you talk about the tech stack, we have used a Streamlit for the UI, and we have a few more things such as mem0. It serves as a memory layer. Basically it helps to manage the conversation context, and that is stored in a vector database, which is we are using from Qdrant. If you want me to talk more about vector database, how does it work, so and so forth, drop that in the comments, so I will come up with another video around the vector database. So let's look at the quick demo of the same. Stringly run main.py. So this is how the interface looks like. I have also implemented the login section where the username and password are admin and admin. So if you see, it says please enter a patient ID to start the chat. So let's add the ID as P800001, for which I have already stored the data in the database. And let's click on view patient profile. So once we execute this, it will provide the summary of the patient. Let's wait for a minute, and also meanwhile you can see in the background what is happening. And if you see, it has already started to pull up the data like citizen, patient ID, so and so forth. And let's go to UI quickly. It has started summarizing for us pretty quickly. You see what are all the details such as name, ID, age, gender, so and so forth. Now, on top of it, you can also ask questions such as, so on top of it, you can also ask follow-up questions such as, let's ask him, can you describe the symptoms in detail? Okay. So describe the symptoms in detail. It is working on, and you should have the answer in some time. Right, so it took little time. It has given us the answer and described them in more detail such as hypertension, allergic reaction, so and so forth. Now another thing what we can do about it is, here you see last visit date is this 28 2024, and next scheduled appointment is 27 January 2025. Let's say we want to update this date. What we can do is simply we can say please update the next scheduled appointment date to February 27, 2005. What it will do in the background is it will store this memory. So it has now updated the memory. Now let's ask the follow-up question on the same. What is the next scheduled appointment? Now it is matching with what we asked to update, right? It also comes with memory management using the mem0. So this is what the package we are using in the backend, the mem0. It is a memory layer for the AI. I'll put the link in the description. You can read more about it. Also, we are using the Qdrant. I'm accessing the Qdrant dashboard on the UI. Qdrant setup has been done using Docker, and the steps are given on their official page. Those are pretty straightforward. If you follow this, you would be able to do it. Just to show you that the Docker image is running, what we can do is you can say Docker PS, and that's where this image is running on the spot. Right? So that's about quick demo and the different things we have used. I will also walk all of you through the code quickly, and we'll have that code added in our AI agents handbook Git repository so that you can download the code and play around it. So let's go through the code. Here we have only single file main.py, and there is a .env file which contains our API key to access the OpenAI model. The code is pretty straightforward, nothing much. Few things to note over here is here we are initializing the configuration for to use a vector store. The vector store we are using is a Qdrant as shown in the block diagram, and the collection name is test. It is nothing but database name. So you can also view this collection over the Qdrant dashboard. Let me quickly show that as well. So this is how the collection look like. If you click on the test, and there are a lot of details around the collections, and you have snapshots. You can also visualize it. Each point in the space represents some information with some user ID tied to it. For example, if you select this point, so it belongs to user ID 1 and it has some data. If you select this point, it is for again user ID 1. This is for user ID 3. So that is how it stores the data in the quadrant. So that was about quadrant. So we are using this memory layer over the vector store and SDK from OpenAI to talk. And here is a model name which we are using, and the system prompt is you are a medical history assistant, and content is full prompt, which would be built using the relevant memories patient's query. Okay, and how are we fetching the relevant memory is using memory dot search function from the memory package, where you need to pass a query along with the patient ID. You can read more about their documentation on the GitHub. It's pretty straightforward, nothing much. Once we have a response from the LLM, we are also adding that response to the memory. Reason being, we need a memory to be updated one. For example, in the demo, we have seen that we updated the next scheduled appointment date of the user. So that is something we are handling by using this statement. You can read more about the code. I will be adding this code to our AI agents handbook GitHub repository, and I will provide the repo link in the description box. Feel free to download the repo and play around it, tweak as per your need. Let me know if you need any sort of help, if you're facing any sort of issues in comments. I will be happy to help you out. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you found the value out of this video, do share, like, and subscribe with your network. Thank you.